it do got the countdown, don't
I like
it? It got the countdown, don't it? All right. Today I'm here with my mom, and this, I don't know the name of this episode yet, but I don't know. What you want to talk about?
Oh, well, I will say I'm enjoying for the first time indulging in a cigar.
This your first time?
It's my first time.
Are you for real?
I'm so serious. I mean, like I'll tell you how old I was. Very underage. I tried Black and Mild.
You don't want to try those.
Woo! Baby, that ain't no habit you want, okay? But I was doing them mostly like this. I wasn't inhaling it until I got a little older. But I like it.
Yeah. And I'm here because I go back to school on Tuesday.
Oh, man.
And I don't know if many people know this, but I reside in California where I go to school at. And
But we in the D right now.
yeah, we in the
D east side.
Detroit. We on the deepest part of the east side you
In
can
the
get.
205. What
Hey.
they know about that?
4820 die.
Woo!
They don't know about that.
Woo! They don't know about that. Okay, when you come to 205, you learn to survive.
No, for real.
For real, for real.
And you know that take me into I don't know, experiences and understanding, like utilizing where you come from and not making it just as easy as I can make this as a tool to drive me to go forward.
Yeah.
I can use it as a tool to drive myself into the ground.
Or just anchor yourself in one spot and go nowhere. And what use would that be? You know, it's been a privilege to raise, you know, all of my children understanding that people are people and people are everywhere. Monetary doesn't build character. Not even sometimes always being a super educated person. You'd be so surprised how much you learn in the common sense spectrum.
Right.
From the people around you. Like they say, common sense is something that can't be bought and it sure ain't learned.
Yeah.
Either you got it or you don't.
Your street knowledge. And I think common sense is just practical awareness. I mean,
But common sense ain't common. That's
true.
the problem.
Why do we call it that then?
Guess it's only for the few of us.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's only for the few.
It's only for the few.
Everything ain't for everybody.
If it was, then everything would be boring. I wouldn't want anything if I knew it was, you know.
I would have
open
nothing to
everybody.
laugh about if everybody had common sense.
Right.
I do find some humor in people's stupidity. Hey, it is what it is. I'm 100 with that. Because sometimes you think to yourself, like, nobody can really be this ignorant and this dumb
And just not.
believe it. And believe it. I don't want to believe. I just don't like to believe that people just wake up and be like, you know what, I'm going to try on stupid today.
Yeah.
Let me just do it.
Some people really just like this. And you know, not to just be ragging on people, but one thing, something else I found out is not everybody got that little voice in their head.
If they got it, how many listen is the question.
No, for real.
Some people ignore it, you know what I'm saying, or just like, don't ignore it. It's called your sixth sense, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's called just that little inclination that gives you, you know what I'm saying, the mobility to make the vastest of change, something so small. But so often we miss the mark because we're so ill-concerned in what it is that we think we can see has value, but there's more value in believing in what you cannot see. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because it's not manifested in front of you. It's something that you genuinely have to take out faith, trust, you know what I'm saying, and just walk out on the whim. You know what I'm saying?
Lean
you gotta,
into it.
You gotta step out on the water sometimes.
Yeah.
You can't see, you ain't going to drown, but step out there, see what happens.
Right. And I've been saying this more and more often, perception is reality. So I think Detroit is the best place to take that and use it. Because yeah, Detroit is dangerous, like they say. I mean, everything on the news is true.
What's not dangerous?
Yeah. And it's like, if you however you perceive it is how you're going to experience it. I live in the 48205. You know what I'm saying? You could do the research on it, the red zone. All you got to do is look up the red zone. It's going to take you here. If it don't take you to like Sports Center or like ESPN, it'll take you here.
I'm from Mansfield and Finkel, so I'm deep west with my original roots. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, like you said, it's all in perspective.
Yeah.
It's how you take it in. It's what you want to get out of it. Like I've heard a lady tell us before in the meeting talking about something. I would never represent where I come from. I wouldn't sit up there and be proud to say that I'm from here. Why not? Why wouldn't you be? Because what you are supposed to be as an individual is a pillar enough in your community that you stand out against all speculation. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many people have presumptions just based upon statistics. But if you really get to come and see people and understand them and know who they are just as an individual, Detroit is full of beautiful people. I don't care what type of vices that they have, whether it be drinking, smoking, talking too much shit, whatever it may be. A vice is a vice. You know what I'm saying? It's just an overbearing doing of one thing that just brings you no fruit.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, when you get beyond those vices with people, you realize people are just human beings that have so many feelings and emotions and so much to share. You know what I'm saying? I've cried with some of the hardest people in the, you know what I'm saying? That
I know what you're saying.
Whoo!
And they let it all out right there.
Let it all out.
And so it's all about what can I see in this city, and that's what the city will bring to me. If I look for trouble, I ain't gonna have a hard time finding it. But if I look for the opportunities and those nuances to sort of stick out and meet people that can push you further, that's what it'll bring you.
Yeah.
Like, when you just think about the history of Detroit, it's not really known. I don't even think people who live in Detroit understand how rich of a city this is. And I've heard people say it's a dying city. And in a sense, it is, because it's just the ignorant. The white man ain't gonna tell you the value of the city, because once we figure out the value of the city, we running it up. And it's crazy how everybody here got the hustler's mentality, but it's been drowned out by just giving us access to stuff.
I think it's the lack of self-value. That's something that we haven't been pushing in the latest generations. You know what I'm saying? Like, coming from the era that I came from, you know, my parents or my mom being born in the 50s or whatnot, it was just a different era of how they raised their children. You know what I'm saying? Like, there were no limitations as to what you can do. You know what I'm saying? It was like they really taught their kids the I have a dream speech. You know what I'm saying? Like, be the best. If you're going to be a janitor, be the best janitor that you can be. You know what I'm saying? And we drove on that, and I look at like 3/4 of the talents that I have are just based on the fact that my mom, you know, felt like, hey, it ain't nothing my kids can't do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And probably need to take that call. But nonetheless, it's nothing that my kids can't do. So I mean, my mom had us doing hedges. I know how to lay carpet. I know how to strip a floor. I know how to lay tile. I learned how to cut hair. I'm a self-proclaimed barber. My mom was just, you know, it was almost like they threw you, you know how they say, oh, you can teach a kid how to swim, just throw them out there in the water.
Right.
They'll catch on. So that's how my mom raised us. You know what I'm saying? She's like, go cut the hedges. I don't know. Yes, you do. Get the scissors. Figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But after so long, I became so good at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't want my hedges out of line, but I was 11, y'all. I'm going to say that one more time. I was 11. I mean, now 11-year-olds do what? They go to the phone. They go to TikTok. They hit social media. It's cyberbullying. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had so much stuff to do in the real world. We had no time for... What is a cyber... First of all, what is a cyber... I'm sorry. I don't even want to get off subject. This is something that bothers me, because I keep saying, is it the problem of the person who's causing the chaos, or is it the problem of the person who just won't simply click?
Turn the phone off.
Off.
You could delete it. Like, none of that is permanent. Like,
block. Like, I don't...
Why do you keep letting them talk to you like that? Like,
if you have any control at this point over what somebody said to you right now, in 2024, you do. Like, before, you couldn't really do much but, like, talk to the tone, itch, and hang up. You know what I'm saying? And the best part of that was the other person heard... do. Okay. You get off so calm now. People think that their battery died, or it's the glitch or the Wi-Fi. It take them so long to figure out that you unbothered. I'm sorry. I almost want to be cyberbullied so that I can show people how unaffected that I am.
Cause it's like, bro, that person don't even. It's that low self-esteem. That's another thing I was talking about. We don't drive the value of self-esteem anymore, or like believing in yourself and believing in your craft, and you don't really see a lot of people uplifting. And I think it's still on. Don't worry. We're just looking at the black screen.
Oh, very nice.
Anyways, I think it's the parents just congratulate you for anything now. Oh, he said his ABCs, and then now you gotta have 3 parties for it.
You get congratulations for getting by.
Yeah, no.
None
of that.
My mama went, no, she ain't play no get. What is getting by? What is that? What is settling for less? What is that?
What good is that gonna do you?
What is the base minimum? I don't know what that is. I've never understood the term. I've never understood the mentality of a person just saying, that's just enough.
That's all I need to do. No.
Why?
Because what do you gain out of that?
Nothing.
Nothing at all.
Nothing. You don't separate yourself from the crowd.
Yeah.
You don't build yourself as an individual.
Mhm.
You don't see your expectation in yourself and how far you can go and how much further you can even get. You know what I'm saying? Like, quit just stopping like, oh, this is how far Ray and them went.
Right.
I can stop right there too.
Just charge the phone. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be a part of that crowd.
Yeah. Don't be a follower. Even
No.
if you're not a leader of a group, you can still be a leader in your own life.
I mean, but you can be a leader amongst leaders.
Right.
Because my thing is this: I don't want to be a leader amongst a bunch of followers either, because they too dependent on you.
Right, and then you got to do everything. You got to look this up, and you got to look that up. Understand what your strengths are, and then understand what the next man's strengths is, and then play to that. You know what I'm saying? His strengths may be the analytical stuff. He the computer guy, but his weakness may be he don't understand how to do it, like starting on his own.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Okay. You may not have all the analytical skills in the world, but you understand how to motivate him to use his analytical skills. So that's how you become a leader in that aspect. If the roles was reversed and he needs to teach you how to be analytical, you can listen to him, and now he's the leader. So leadership is not something that you get the title and you hold on to it and you're in charge of everything. Leadership is being able to understand who needs to lead when. Who needs to be up front.
Carry on, son.
Who needs to be in the front of the line when? We can't always have the same guy at the front. Everything become predictable. You don't want your group becoming predictable.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Even the
Did
wolf
we talk
packs.
about that with the square and not having circles the last time? Being able to watch your forward and off all corners. I mean, it's just, I don't know. Sometimes 1 + 1 just don't make 2 to people, and I don't understand how not, but it is what it is. I'm a little strong. I done broke my match.
Oh, man.
I don't do
They
that.
gave some weak matches.
They did. It's okay.
It's all right, though, because we love the lady that worked there.
Yeah, she
Her
was
name
great.
was Jen. What was
Was
her
it?
name?
I don't know.
It started with a J, for sure. But, nonetheless, once your team become predictable, then you just easy to catch off guard. You just easy to catch. There's no fun in life with that. Life is all about the chase, you know what I'm
And
saying?
strategy.
Yes. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't know. I don't play chess, okay? But I do understand strategy. I do understand everybody has a piece on the board. Everybody plays a role. And one person or another can protect one individual. Or one individual can just
Wipe the whole board clean.
conquer all. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know how people. I don't know how people pick friends anymore.
Right.
Because you know what, you get so. Friends is not a term, okay? Friends to me is more than a word with a definition, okay? It is a feeling. It is an emotion. It is a responsibility.
Yeah.
It is of character. You know what I'm saying? So when I was coming up, I remember I would come home all the time and tell my girl, "Oh yeah, me and my friend." "Oh babe, what's your friend's name?" I tell her one name. Next day, "Oh yeah, me and my friend." "Oh, your friend such and such?" "No, my friend this." Then and then by the time I done told my grandma about 7, 8 friends, she said, "Precious, you got too many friends."
Yeah.
Now in my mind, I'm thinking the more friends you have, you know what I'm
Better
saying, the
off
better
you are.
off, because people look at you like, "Oh, she got all the friends," you know what I'm saying, the popularity, you outgoing, the whole nine. And it took my grandmother to tell me, if you can count your friends on more than one hand, it's time for you to slow down and eliminate.
Yeah.
Because when you have too many people that you consider friends, you become blinded. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize that when my grandma said that. But she said a real friend is the one that no matter if you're there or not, they got your back. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing a person can say in your presence or in your absence that person doesn't know you different. You know what I'm saying? Like, your friend should never hear somebody else like, oh yeah, well, Latique said da 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 da, and believe it. You know what I'm saying? If anything, you should be ultimately offended that you even came at me like that. You know what I'm saying about my friend? Like, I know better of my friend.
Yeah.
But the way y'all get down with friendships now, seeming that me and her been Facebook friends, and me and her was Instagram friends, and Snapchat friends, and all this, they're not your friends. Honey.
No, them just people that you know.
You don't even know them.
Barely know. This
Them
is the people that you see. Just, you know, recency.
What's an
Is that
acquaintance?
recency bias? Yeah. What's an acquaintance? And then like recency bias, or like you can say when you at school or something like that. Those end up becoming your friends because I gotta see you every day. Now, how many of those people do you actually hang out with outside of school? Now, I had a lot of friends in school and like middle school and stuff, but after I graduated and left, I started to realize these my guys, but I don't really know them. And just because I say that's my guy and not my closest friend, I feel like it's disrespectful to claim somebody as my closest friend. I don't even know their birthday, or I don't even know like something they like, or what kind of shoes they like, or what kind of piece. Like, I can't
What
name
they do
5
and don't
facts.
eat. You know what I'm saying?
I can't
And
if
this
I
is
can't
true.
name 5 facts about you. How I'm supposed to claim you as my friend? You my guy. I know you. We cool.
True that.
If you need me, I got you. But friends is something that is people that you can call on
Let me tell you something.
at your go ahead.
A friend is a friend. I have a friend, Nicole. We met in the 3rd grade. Never lost contact. Even when we haven't been around each other, she lived in a completely different state. We cannot talk for 6 months at a time. I promise you, if Nicole called me
Yeah.
and I hear distress in her voice, I'm waking up out my sleep. Where you at? And I'm putting clothes on. I don't even know how to get to her yet. You know what I'm saying? But as a friend, first of all, I know my friend not gonna call me in distress unless she really know that she needs me. You know what I'm saying? Because she knows
I'm coming.
me.
Yeah.
Okay, she know who she called. Okay, so let me, you know what I'm saying, in retrospect, show her she ain't a lie. Okay, and let me show up and show out if necessary. You know what I'm saying, and vice versa. That's a friend. Okay, that you genuinely know that this person ain't gonna call you to get you involved in no BS.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That you not gonna be able to live beyond. You know what I'm saying? Your friend ain't gonna try to bring you on the downward spiral.
Yeah.
But when it comes for that genuine support, you should know who you can count on.
Yeah.
Y'all just be like, oh, I told her my business.
And now
And
that's
now she
my,
mad.
you know what I'm saying?
And me and her ain't friends no more. Now everybody know your business. All your little pictures y'all took together. Everybody got a copy of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no privacy
Yeah.
in friendships. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
me and my friends got shit we know about each other. We have never told a soul. Because that's the benefactor of your friendship.
That's
You get the
and
lesson-
right there.
It-
I shouldn't have a story wrapped around. Sometimes I tell people fake stuff and see if it come back around to me in a different way. You know, just a little manipulation tactic, just to see
That's
like
the whisper in the ear.
who's saying what. You know,
There you
that's
go.
how you catch them slipping.
Because you know who you know, what you told, what you said.
Right.
And when you said it.
And so that mean you the problem. Because I ain't really told nobody else that, and it's only a few people that should know, and I know they ain't said
And
nothing.
let me accept responsibility for making sure I don't tell my business to the wrong folks. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you could think somebody have your best interest, and you go to sharing your business, and then before, like you said, before you know it, your business, everybody else's business, and ain't nobody helped you come up with a resolution.
Right.
That's another thing.
What's up?
Don't say nothing about my situation if you ain't got no resolution. Don't come at me, okay? With a whole bunch of what ifs, and this would, well, if I would do. You ain't never been in this particular situation.
Right.
You cannot relate. Don't say nothing. Let's work on that, people. If you don't know, just be quiet. Okay?
Not everything need an
You
answer or a
can't
response.
speak on relationship advice. You ain't in no relationship.
Or ain't never been in one or been around one. You ain't necessarily got to be in one.
You ain't never been
currently.
exposed to one.
But
I'm just saying you ain't had an
Right.
experience. You ain't had a touch, a glance, a gander.
And you telling me what to do. And that's where a lot of people, that's where a lot of stuff go left today. It's they let other people dictate their decisions. And another
Don't
thing,
do that.
another thing that's extremely running to the ground is networking. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm about to go here and network. I'm about to go over there and network. You got to understand what networking means. Now, networking is the ability to cultivate relationships that, one, have a benefactor to you, and two, are genuine at the same time. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
mean, like, I can't go to an event and network with everybody handing my card out. I don't even want all these people to know me.
Okay.
Sometimes I be in positions where I know a person and they don't know me.
Mm-hmm.
Or I know a person and they know me, but they just don't know it's me. And
Right.
I'll be like, I don't even want to rekindle that relationship
Nope,
right there.
nope.
I'm not even here. If I was feeble enough in your memory to disappear and you can't see me and be shocked as soon as you see me, then that's something that I just don't need.
It means it was never meant for us to
Right.
cross paths, and it's okay. And understand that everybody that comes across your path is not meant to stay.
Mm.
Some people are just meant to pass you by.
Right.
Some people are meant to walk next to you for a moment, some a few steps behind, and some people are going to be in front of you and be envy of nobody on your pathway. This ain't their race, okay, precious? This is yours.
Yeah. It's your
But you
marathon.
not here alone. You know what I'm saying? So you can't think that nobody's gonna come along, but understanding energy. Sometimes it's not the people, but the energy that they bring. And that's because they don't understand that where they just came from, they just took some of their energy. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta be careful where you're hanging, how you're hanging, and who you're hanging with.
Yeah.
My mom was always adamant
And
about
when you're
that.
hanging.
And when you're hanging.
When you're hanging.
When you're hanging. You know,
Right.
prime example. I don't know if I ever told you, Nana did this to me.
Mm-hmm.
I was 18, had my first baby, a sister. And, you know, I'm thinking I'm a responsible mom. You know, I done gave my baby a bath and rubbed her down. She had good bottles. She been fed good. She done burped. She all laid out in her little bassinet, so perfect. And I'm like, oh, it's a late night. My girls done called. I'm about to hang out, do me. So I get dressed. I got all my stuff on. I'm feeling myself, looking good. My mom says, oh, are you leaving? I said, yeah, you know, the baby's laid down. About to head out, go chill with my girl. She said, oh, well, you forgot something. So I'm like, oh, okay. Do my checklist. I got purse, keys, lip gloss, you know, keep my lips popping. You know what I'm saying? I got my mirror. You know, I'm thinking all the little stuff I need in my bag. So I say, no, ma'am, I have it all. And she says, no, love. You're still missing something. So, of course, dumbfounded after I done did the checklist twice. I'm like, well, what am I forgetting? She said, your child.
Oh. It got to go with you. So am I. What do I look like to you? I know I'm the grandma, but I'm not the mom. Right.
You talking about humbled to have to go and walk my I'm grown and I got a baby ass back to my room and call my homegirls and say,
I can't go.
I can't go. Because my mother said, if you going somewhere that your child can't go,
And you ain't supposed to be there.
you ain't supposed to
You ain't supposed to be there.
Valuable lesson I learned. It kept me from always wanting to do something every time somebody else was doing it. You know what I'm saying? I have another life that I'm in charge of. It's not just me I'm taking care of anymore. It taught me your baby can't go everywhere and should not go everywhere.
Right.
Whether it's a public place, a friend's house, or even a relative's. It also helped me to understand my child, my responsibility. Nobody did that to me besides myself.
Can't blame
I
nobody.
can't blame nobody for what I ain't doing because I have this child now.
Right.
So that's where I think we make a mistake. A lot of parents make this mistake in, you know, blaming the child. Oh, had I not had you at this age, I would be doing this and I would be doing that.
But how do you even know that?
I'm gonna tell you this. Had I not had my baby at the age that I had, I don't even know if I'd be here and if I'd have had 3 more, y'all. I promise you that. You know what I'm saying? Because my attitude was just
All over the place.
I was free falling. You know what I'm saying? And me having a child brought so much structure, you know what I'm saying, and discipline. Because I did not want my daughter to grow up to be the same mess up that I potentially could have been. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to mess up another person's life on purpose. It's never intentional. It's not to say I'm a perfect person, that I've never done something to hurt somebody's feelings. You know what I'm saying? Or that I've never said something that I've regretted. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I've learned to be slow to response. I never understood what that meant. You know what I'm saying? But if having a child does not stipulate enough sensibility of responsibility in yourself to say, hey, I get an opportunity to create a life and pretty much train a human being to be productive, to be loving, to be moralistic, to be, you know what I'm saying, complete, and offer that to the world. I did it 4 times, y'all. Be careful.
Yeah, and look at the
Y'all
second time right here.
Y'all don't even know what I got out here in these streets. For real, they don't even know what I got out here.
Hey, wait, y'all see me. Wait till y'all see the third and the fourth time. Them little ones back there, up there, in there.
Okay.
Oh man, I love my little sisters. I
Anything
gotta do an
that-
episode with them, just my little sisters. I gotta figure it out.
Oh, you need to do an episode with all three of your sisters.
Oh man.
Oh, my
yeah.
God.
And we can sit right there in
That's
the four
right.
chairs. Oh yeah.
That'd be dope.
I gotta do that this weekend.
You got to.
I gotta do it. Okay, all right.
You got to do it before
Yes, promise myself.
you go. Absolutely.
That's what I'll be doing Saturday. Okay, I need to pack tomorrow then.
Now, let me tell you something to you young folks out here, okay? You young teens and you young adults. If you can't do anything else with your life, at least live enough in the moment to say, let me be able to give back.
Yes.
That's it. You get to choose who you give back to. Be it your parents, your grandparents, the siblings, a cousin, a niece, a nephew, a person from the neighborhood. Stop thinking that it's just you and that nobody else wants to do what you're doing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, this is not a world where we in so much competition that, oh, if I help this person, I'll never succeed. They gonna surpass me. That's not what it's about. That's not what it's about.
Can
You know
I
what I'm-
interject?
Please do.
I used to deal with that a lot. And I mostly used to do it with my little cousin, Henri. He got a YouTube channel now. I might put it in the description. I called him the other day and I was like, Henri, you got to make a video tonight. I didn't give him no prompt on the video, nothing. I
Right.
said, you need to make a video and post it on YouTube today. That's what I need you to do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And yeah, he did it. It went up. He got about like 300 views on it. And he changed a lot of people's life with that video.
But that's a sensibility of respect that
Yeah.
young man has for you. You
Right.
see what I'm saying?
And how-
They,
who am
ain't
I?
nobody
Yeah.
nobody is teaching the lineage of respect. You know what I'm saying? Respect is not something that's just given. Respect is earned. You know what I'm saying? But that comes from y'all childhood, growing up throughout. You know what I'm saying? Like, we came from a family. We don't promote sibling rivalry.
Yeah, no, we don't do all that. I
You
remember
from my
me-
mama's side and you from my daddy's side and all that. No. We don't understand that.
The only time we hit anybody with the that's my half sister is if we gotta explain the situation in terms
right,
of who
like
related
this
to
is my
her.
dad and this
Yeah.
is their dad. You know,
All
but
right.
other than that,
I ain't going out there saying, "Oh, that's just my half sister."
heck no, that's my sister
my
or my
sister.
brother.
And she just so happened to be half of me. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
it.
But
But the
other
portion
than that,
counts.
we related, okay? And only reason you would make the distinction is because I don't want to be putting extra kids on my dad list. You know what I'm saying?
There
Because
you
he
go.
got his own type of reputation. I
There
can't
you
have
go.
people out here think he got
And vice versa.
his kids. You know what
You know
I'm
what I'm
saying?
saying?
Right.
Even with their dad. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
and that's
saying?
another man. Why would I not let them know that he is a father? The situation he is in right now
He
is
must not be mad for me to finish
not the
this.
best. But his situation, you might want to get it back later, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the situation he in not the best, but at the end of the day, he's still a man.
That's right.
And
That's right.
manlyhood is not defined by success and money and fame. It's defined by your ability to bring life into this world, and then how you still manage to foster that life,
And adjust.
even if you're not in the position that you would love to be in. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You might not be able to be there with them every day, but how can I still have an impact on my daughters? And one thing I think he did, my stepdad, Marcus, I think he did a good job at least pouring into me what he could at the time while they were still young. And I
Right.
took that and was like, all right, okay, Marcus can't do it no more. Let me just use what he taught me. So he's vicariously living through me in a certain way. And that's not to say he put his philosophies in my brain and made me do X, Y,
But
Z.
he invested.
Right.
He
And he
invested
knew,
in-
okay, if I'm going to have children with this woman right here, I'm going to at least have to pour into what she already got. Just in
Period.
case I'm not here to, be there for, because it could have been easy for Marcus to be like, oh, no, he ain't my son, this, and that, and do X, Y, Z, and
But
yada, yada,
let
yada.
me tell you, baby mamas or something. Okay,
Oh,
I'm sorry,
man.
son.
Go ahead.
This is real personal. Okay, stop allowing how you feel about your ex, whether it be your husband, just some dude you was messing around with. First of all, your relationship has absolutely zero
Nothing.
to do with your children. Should I repeat it? Should I say
Say
it
it one more
louder?
time. Say it one more
For
time.
the women in the back.
For the
I ain't gonna
people
call,
back there.
I'm not gonna call them the B word.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
Right.
Your relationship or lack thereof with whomever you decided to conceive this child with has nothing to do with this child. Okay? It is a fine point when you can learn to check yourself and separate your personal feelings from the upbringing of your child. Now, granted, even with you dropping how you feel about the relationship, that other individual may still not be up to par as a father. However, that's because lackluster, he's irresponsible.
Yeah.
Okay? It's a difference between an irresponsible father and a man that just don't want to be with you.
True that. We don't do a good enough job at pointing fingers at ourselves anymore.
No. Be responsible for your own decisions and your own choices. Understand this. He don't have to love you for forever, young lady. Young man, she don't have to love you for forever. But whom you do need to love for forever is the life that you created. And if y'all can't communicate enough and get beyond what's personal between y'all and invest that into your children, you don't get young men like this.
Yeah. And I'll say this. My parents, they don't talk, you know what I'm saying? I ain't scared to say it.
No.
But they know how to address each other when they're in the same room.
Let me tell you something. When it come down to co-parenting,
yeah, they got that.
Try us and see. Try us and see.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I'll defend them at all costs with the co-parenting. You understand? But that was two people that as individuals understood their own mission. Okay? And my mission was, whether I'm with my kid's father or not, the point is that these children have to be whole. They have to be complete. And I cannot allow my decision making to interrupt that. You know what I'm saying? So even though it hurt a little bit, we shed tears, we fought back and forth, we said some ungodly words to each other, but never enough that it got us to the point where we said, you can't be with your child. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
What that got to do with this? You know what I'm saying? That's
it don't have nothing. One doesn't have anything to do with the other. Keep your family out your business. You don't have who ain't supporting your children. Leave it alone, okay? Yeah. Young ladies, quit letting your homegirls who don't have nobody
dictate
to
everything that you do or who you talk to.
Girl, I wouldn't let him talk to me like that. Girl, you ain't even got no him to talk to you
or to be worried about. So yeah. Now let's just take a track off of that though, and let's go back into the networking part and being able to foster those relationships and understand who is meant to be where and how they supposed to be there. Now, me, I know a lot of people, and I would love to consider everybody I know as my friend. And I feel like when you in certain positions, the definition of friends mean a few different things. And I would like to say I have a lot of different friends, but categorize them. How about that? If you got too many, try to categorize them. You can't have everybody in every aspect of your life being your friend.
Can I introduce someone and say this is a friend of mine, which would just kind of implicate not a serious friend, but someone whom I've befriended.
And I respect him, and this my guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna always put you on if I know you. We ain't gotta be best of friends, but if I know you, it's some people I want. My boy Jack, I love Jack. He go to my school.
Okay. Cali.
And
Okay.
Jack is a great guy. I love that guy.
Jack is a great name.
He always greeted me when we was at school. He always said what's up. He always had a certain type of energy. That's a friend right there. And I know if I wasn't in the room and somebody said something bad about me, Jack would defend me. And if somebody was to say something about Jack to me, boy, you won't hear the end of it. Because ain't nothing, no. We're not doing this. So it's people like that they got that respect for me, and I got that respect for them.
But that's people who got self-respect.
For themselves.
You have to respect yourselves in order for other people to respect you. When they say treat others how you want to be treated, that to me, that's vague.
Yeah.
Treat others how you treat yourself.
Yes. Would you like
not how you want somebody else? Because I don't know what all I want from somebody else.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't want expectation. To me is a non-verbal. I don't even like the word expectation. I don't expect shit from nobody.
Nah.
Okay, it's a very disappointing definition. You know what I'm saying? If you keep expecting something that you just don't get. But if you treat yourself with enough dignity, if you treat yourself and say, you know what, I enjoy smiling, I enjoy my laughter.
Yes.
I enjoy how I look today. I enjoy how I feel today. Once you internalize that, it can't do nothing but become external. You know what I'm saying? That's like people be like, oh, I would never guess. Sometimes I do have these breakdowns. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the world is on my shoulders. So much has gotten to me, and I had these, just emotional breaks. And then you get people that be like, oh my God, like you? But you're always so happy. Wait a minute. First of all, I ain't got to show you all my business. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to treat you the way I want to treat myself. I don't want to dwell on my BS. So why am I going to put my BS on you? Because if I externalize it, now here you come, making me remember and go over it all over again. Well, what about this? I don't want to think about it no more. You know what I'm saying?
It's over with. And don't get that confused with, oh, they nonchalant, oh, they don't care about nothing. It's a difference between all of that. Now, me, certain stuff, I just don't let get to me because there's no point in even thinking about it.
Let me tell you something. They say don't cry over spilled milk. The way I look at it is you can always pick it up and pour another glass. What, you ain't got no more milk? If you ain't got milk, pour
Go
some
to
water.
the stove.
Come on.
It's a way around.
You have to put effort into this, people. You got to put effort into life. Okay? We're not just born and then life just happens and then it ends. That's not how it goes. You're born, but you still, from the moment that you come out of your mother's womb, you alone are putting forth effort to breathe, to crawl, to drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, even as an infant, you're putting forth. You know what I watched the other day?
What you watched the other day?
I was watching the Animal Channel.
I love the Animal Channel.
Okay. And they're going through these herds, and it's a big birthing thing going on, you know what I'm saying? And it's the birthing season for all the animals. Do you know, okay, that an antelope has to learn to walk within 2 hours?
Or it's cooked.
2 hours. Okay? The baby walks. Within 6 hours, the baby is on his first runoff from a lion, trying not to be ate. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you all act like parenting. You know what I'm saying? It's just, oh, it's so hard, and it's the world is against us. Imagine having to just pop out of your mama's womb and get straight to walking and running for your life. You're not doing that, love. There's a process to it all. You've had time to get here. But now that you're here, the decisions that you're making are all completely up to you. It's nobody else.
It's nobody dictating your decisions. It's you, at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's you saying yes or no to something. It's you doing this, it's you doing that. And other people's words or what they say may play a role in it, but the decision is not made for you. You make the decision. It's all you.
And parents, stop being afraid to allow your kids to make decisions.
Please.
Okay? It's okay. We go through the phase and they want to pick what they want to wear. Let them pick it. Okay? I know sometimes it looks foolish. You don't want to go in public.
You gotta let them look
Sometimes you got to let your child see that they're going to look foolish because of the decision that they made. Because guess what? Mama ain't going to be there to tell you how to dress all the time.
Right.
Okay? I'm not going to be there to tell you, son, them socks don't look right with them pants. But if I let him make the decision early enough in life, and he sees the response that he gets, or she sees the response, then they'll know right away, that ain't the look I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? That's not the response that I wanted in exchange. So let me switch it up. But if you constantly...
Nah, don't wear that. Nah, you can't do this. Nah, you got to match that. That don't match.
Then you wonder why your kids get grown and can't make decision.
But it's all about experience.
It's about experience.
It's all about how you perceive that experience at the same time, too.
Start raising children and our friends.
Yeah, and start raising people that you will respect when you get older. You don't want no pushover around you when you get older.
I don't want to raise human beings that somebody else's human being want to send back. You understand? I want nobody like, you know what? Just go back to your mama because she raised you like this. I never wanted that concept. You know what I'm saying? Because for some reason, the stereotype is when people out doing something wrong, I don't care how old you are, the first thing somebody say, what kind of mother did you have that let you sit up here and act like this? What I tell y'all? Y'all get out there and start embarrassing yourselves. What you do? You tell them you ain't got what?
No mom.
You ain't got no mom.
Be
Be embarrassing.
Embarrass yourself.
If you want to, you better embarrass yourself.
Yeah,
don't tell nobody I exist. You don't even know how you got here for real.
And I'm 19 now, right?
Sure.
And I'm 19 and I still call people ma'am. Like I don't understand the concept of
Look,
not saying Mrs. or ma'am or
sir,
yeah,
thank you. I appreciate you.
yeah. And even when they say you don't gotta call me that,
I'm sorry, but I will.
I have to.
I'm in my 40s and I still say it. And I had like, sweetie, you could just, no ma'am, I can't. I'm sorry, it's embedded in me. It feels, matter of fact, it feels good.
It do feel good and it feel wrong to just call you by your name.
I'm not just calling you by your name.
Like, no.
All of my ancestors would uproot from their grave
and beat us up.
and beat the dog mess out of me if I don't put a miss or a mister or a ma'am or a no ma'am, yes ma'am, no sir, yes sir. And what I'm talking about.
Especially if I don't know you. At least I want, that's
how I want somebody to talk to
respect.
my mama.
Yeah. Excuse me, miss, ma'am.
I
don't care how old or young they look. If they look older than you, then they are
It's
miss.
called mannerisms, people.
Yes.
Everybody's so hell bent on being equivalent. Let me help you understand this. Everybody ain't equal. They not. And this has nothing to do with race. Okay? This don't even really have nothing to do with wealth or non-wealth.
Yeah.
Everyone is not equal. I was raised, you have your elders. Okay? You have the top of the elders. Those are the ones you automatically know you ain't messing with.
Yes.
And I grew up with, if you came through with your cousins and them, they 10 years older than you, guess what? You're listening. And if you're there, the ones that come up under you, guess what? They about to listen to you.
They gotta listen.
But that's not what they do anymore.
No.
You can't tell me nothing. Don't say nothing to my child. I know you not putting your hands on nobody. Let me tell you something. You don't want your child corrected. Don't leave him here with me.
Because you gotta you can't I feel bad for letting people keep going down the path. I know it's just
I do not want to see you
destruction.
go through a path of destruction. It would be a disservice for me to just sit back and not address. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, the elephant in the room. You know what I'm saying? I was raised, if you don't tell a person that they boo-boo stink, they may have never heard it. And they may have never took a good whiff of it to even see how bad it is. You know what I'm saying? But coming from a person, like sometimes somebody I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like my mother was good for that. Just me, she's like, ooh, honey, your attitude is nasty. You don't know me, and that's a problem. The fact that I don't know you and I already know that your attitude is nasty. Look at how you responded to what I just said. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, if the kettle black, call it what it is. But, oh, child, we don't even have a one-on-one class that we can teach, do we?
Mm-mm.
On just humanism.
You know what? There we go. I gotta get older, do it all I do, and then I gotta become a professor. That is what I want to do. I forgot.
Awesome, do it.
I forgot that. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to go out. I'm gonna accomplish everything I'm gonna accomplish. I don't really know what that is
Have your
yet.
experiences.
Yeah, and I'm coming back and I'm becoming a professor. I gotta go into the teaching profession because I got too many teachers that help me out. I gotta pay that service back. And I'm not really going to care about the monetary aspect because I'm already be well off and satisfied.
Let me tell you something. The amount of lives that you touch, that have an opportunity to touch other lives, you know what I'm saying? That domino effect of positivity is something that is not greatly practiced, but something that needs to be well versed and well taught.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. From good comes good. From bad comes bad. You know what I'm saying? Every action deserves a reaction. And the question is, what type of actions are you committing out here?
Yeah.
And don't think just because you're doing stuff right, don't think that shit don't happen to you.
Right.
That's another faultyhood that people have. Now, all woe is me because it's one thing, you know what I'm saying, that came across my path. Sweetie, sometimes it's the universe testing your will.
Testing to see if you're ready. See if you're ready for something. Now, I've been through, you know what I told my
ready,
little cousin.
don't send me.
I told Henri this the other day. It's as soon as you get to the end of something, that's when it's gonna get hard. You can get through the whole thing smooth as butter. Mm-hmm. But as soon as you get to the end, the challenge is gonna come. That's when can you finish? Do you want to finish? We was cleaning Miss Sonia's basement, right? Mm-hmm. And we've been doing good. It started out a little rocky, but we was figuring it out. And I'm like, look, I know as bad as we want to rush to get to the end of this, like, cause we was almost done. As bad as we want to rush to get to the end of this, treat it like we just started. Mm-hmm. Me going back to school isn't, I did good last year, that count for something. No, it's back to 0-0. And I'm a freshman again. You know what I'm saying? Every year I'm a freshman. Every year I got something else new to learn. And my experience shaped me into the character that I'll be able to be of some help to other people because I've been there for for a minute or whatever, but I'm still a newborn baby when it comes to I'm going back into this is my first year. I mean, I'm going back into my second year of school, but I'm going for my first sophomore year. My first
sophomore.
First year sophomore, you know what I'm saying? I ain't been a sophomore before. So I can't say I know any more than somebody else know. Cuz I ain't never been a sophomore before, so I'm back to baby steps. And I'll be able to learn how to walk faster this time, and I'll be able to know how to run faster this time. You take those experiences that you had before, you cultivate them into something that you can use to move forward. I'm going to use all the knowledge that I got from the resources that I collected last year, and I'm going to recycle the lessons, but get new people. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense to keep talking to the same people.
And the people that you've already met. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I remember, oh my God, how old were you? You had to be about 6 or 7. And Austin had this bad habit. He don't want to go. I don't want to go. Austin, I don't want to go. We going to go to this party. I don't want to go. So one day I said, why you don't ever want to go no damn way? And his response to me was, because I don't know nobody. Well, son, you're not going to know nobody unless you introduce yourself. So I said, this is the deal. You're going to go, whether you want to or not. I said, and don't you come home unless you can tell me at least the name of one person that you've met and something about them. The boy ain't quit interviewing people yet.
Right.
So every time he came home, like, hey, Mom, I met a guy named John. I said, oh, did you? Yes. John has 2 brothers. He has a sister. He and his mom and his dad live at such and such and such and such. And he got this whole background story. Oh, that's great, Austin. Y'all gonna hang out together another time? Nah. I just met him at the park.
I just know him.
I just know this guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just, I mean, but just to think as a parent, to give my child that one challenge, to say, look, even for this one event, son, just go and don't come back without being able to tell me X, Y, and Z. And he still didn't, but just to see that you executed it. And then to be so excited, you know what I'm saying, that you learned something. You know what I'm saying, that you ascertained this information. I think you just got addicted to the fact, like, shit, I can seriously just ask you anything. You gonna tell me everything about you? You know what I'm saying? And you just became addicted to that. You know what I'm saying? And look, here we are at 19, podcast. You know what I'm saying? Interviewing professors, your freshmen. Who interviewed? You hadn't even started classes.
No.
These people don't even know you.
Right.
But what did you say? You know what? I want to know you, though.
Yeah, and I want you to share your story to the world. And that's what, all of what I do is about just taking what my mom taught me how to do and sharing that with the rest of the world. I shouldn't be the only person who knows this. John, you have a story to tell. And whether you want to tell it on your own or not, I'm going to tell it if you give me the permission.
And some people don't even know that they have a story.
Because what it is we live in our lives, but we aren't able to see our life from the outside looking in. A lot of people see your potential more than you can and better than you can. And I just told Henri this other. I tell Henri everything I know. I tell Henri, I say, look, for a really long time, I dealt with like low self-esteem, depression, this, that, not believing in myself, just because I couldn't see myself. We don't walk around with a mirror, and we don't understand what the consequences our actions bring, and not consequence in a negative connotation, but consequences in terms of we don't really see what led to what until years down the line. It wasn't until I turned 18 where I realized the decisions that I made at 9 got me to where I am now. I was like, oh, that makes sense now. But the people who saw me make the decision at 9 was like, this who he gonna be when he 18.
Right. Yeah. You know, it gets a little semi-religious. You know, they do say, you live your life to be a testimony to others. And me understanding that concept, you know, my mother taught me at a young age. It made me understand, like, if I live my life to be a testimony to others, that means there's something about my life that I need to share with somebody.
Yes.
What do I want to share?
Right. Because it's up
that
to you.
helped scope my decision making. You see what I'm saying? That helped me understand. I don't know if I want to do that because there ain't no story I'm gonna want to share. Right. You know what I'm saying? And it's not a testimony that I really want to give.
Yeah.
But to have gone through some things, whether they, you know, were negative, especially negative things,
Yeah.
and to be able to come full circle and say, you know what, I might not want to talk about it, but I need to. You know what I'm saying? You'll be so surprised that who you share that story with, and then for them to see you like in the light that you are now. You know, especially when you made it out of the storm, and they see this perfect, you know, this person that they think is in a perfect alignment, and they have a home, and they have, you know, and they're doing things, and then you look and you're like, what? You went through that? Somebody did that to you? You know what I'm saying? It's not, yeah. And then they start to realize, well, damn, my life is not so bad.
Yeah.
And even if it is, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, because look where this young lady has come to.
You was
You
able
know
to
what
do
I'm saying?
that? Yeah. And I did. All right. You know what I'm saying? So it's,
I mean, your path takes decisions.
yeah.
I left home at 18, had a baby on my hip. I moved in August. I turned 19 in October. I've been on my own ever since. Child after child, no matter what the case may be. However, I got to a point where I was paying rent enough that I was like, you know what? God gonna give me a lump sum. I ain't gonna never pay a person rent again. Now, mind you, I had got a lump sum and blew. Ooh, I had a good time. Ooh, baby, I had fun. You hear me? But then when it was all gone, to look back, and I ain't got shit.
oh, I blew it.
So letting that be a humbling experience. I remember I said, you know what? And I ain't gonna lie, I'll tell you, I had got like 25,000. Tell me where it was at in a year. I ain't even had shit to show for it besides memories of having a good time. And I remember saying I was in a position where I'm like, man, I'm down on my luck. You know what I'm saying? Knuckles to the concrete. And when I get my knuckles to the concrete, I don't fold. That's when I'm pushing up. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grind. I'm not. If something gonna make my knuckles bloody, I might as well add on to the grind and let me get my shit together.
Right.
But I remember saying at one point in time, I said, God, I said, if you put half of what I had in my hand again, I said, I promise you, I won't make the same mistake, and I won't take it for granted. It took 7 years.
Yeah.
7 years of turnaround, okay? 7 years of cleansing, purity, the whole nine. I literally got back half of the 25,000.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I had got a little bit more, but it paid off my student loans and all that, so I had no student debt. So literally, at this point, what I have left to work with is half.
Right.
Now, mind y'all, I said within them 7 years, I ain't gonna never pay nobody no rent again. What did I do?
When we bought a house.
I bought my home.
We bought a house, and now she got like 3 fields. We
Yeah,
sitting in
3
one of them
fields. Oh,
next
yeah.
door. There's another
Plenty
one down
room.
the street.
We could put 100 of y'all out here and still have 6 foot room.
Yeah, we have enough. Yeah, COVID is still, you know, we'll be.
Okay, this
COVID
COVID friendly
protocol.
field. We COVID friendly. We covered all the protocol.
Yeah, man.
But that's a testimony in itself. You know what I'm saying? An 18-year-old single mom to a mother of 4 who owns her home, who owns land, who has a business. You know what I'm saying? My perspective had to change. You know what I'm saying? My decision making had to change. And becoming a parent, my decision making was no longer just about me. You know what I'm saying? It was about my children. Like everybody, oh, I want to finish school. Okay, yeah. Look, let me tell y'all something. I'm so proud of my kids because at least they went and got started. I'm still working on my degree. Okay, but in the midst of that, I've had an opportunity to pause, to raise my children, which means I've influenced a life. I've given fruit to someone. I sacrificed my wants and my desires for another person's needs. And now I get to see that come into fruition. You know what I'm saying? Like, the other day it was so funny because I needed a couple dollars and I was like, let me text my daughter. So I text your sister. Cheapest chick on the earth.
You got
Don't
2 of the cheapest kids.
Oh, her and Mariah.
Me too.
Oh, he said my cheap. He ain't as cheap.
Hey, look. So this how it goes.
He's thoughtful cheap. These other ones just cheap. So I'm shaking in my boots like, I'm going to text my daughter and see if she'll let me borrow $10. And I text her. She's like, yeah, mommy, what's your cash app? I'm like, I was like, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? But I properly invested, not just my money, but my esteem and my, you know what I'm saying, my love and my characteristics enough into my daughter, you know what I'm saying, that now she's in a position where she can give back, you know what I'm saying, and don't feel nothing about it, you know what I'm saying. And it was so strange yet so welcoming, you know what I'm saying, at the same time. Like, Austin is a giver, okay? He's, I'm not gonna say reluctant, he's very choosy about his giving. I'm the same way. Like, I'm a giver, but I'm a picky giver, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna give to somebody who I ultimately know don't appreciate it at all.
No,
Kenya just ain't gonna give it to you. She don't give a damn if you appreciate it, you don't appreciate it. If you just gave her some shit yesterday, it don't matter. She don't have it. You know what I'm saying? But at least we have the cognitive decision making to say, you know, if I'm going to give, I want it to be fruitful, but I want to give to a person who I know is willing to give. And not so much to give back to me, but to give out to someone else. You know what I'm saying? And it was like my mother was a big giver like that. And one of the greatest mistakes she made was she was under the impression, oh, I did this for you. Now, when I call you, I shouldn't have no problems. You should be willing, able, and wanting. Should be. Don't mean you will.
Right.
And if a person is not, doesn't mean that they disregarded what you did for them. It doesn't mean that they didn't appreciate what you did. They just might not be in the path or lineage to do something for you right now.
Right.
But what you have to bank on is that whatever you did for them then, even if they didn't do it back for you, that they did that in regard for someone else. You know what I'm saying? Like, I borrowed the 10 from my daughter. I gave her the 10 back. But then my homegirl called me the other day and she needed 30. Thank God I had it to give. And I gave it cheerfully without hesitation. I'm like, sure, Bubby, what's your cash out? No questions asked. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to know why she needed it. I don't need to know why she needed it. You know what I'm saying? She's going to give it back even if she don't. Yeah. First of all, don't give up nothing you can't afford to lose.
Right.
That's why I'm a picky giver.
Hey,
okay.
My favorite line is, I'm going to ask you why you want it, but then I'm going to still give it to you. I'm going to just be like, why? What you need it for? But I asked that, and girls like, cause what if I got more to give? And what if I know the situation you in and I'm able to provide more or
give somebody else to help.
And give you the resource? Like, maybe I don't have it, but if I know you need it for boom, I can go call boom and you can get it. So that's why I be asking why. Because I'm naturally a curious person. I just need to know why right quick. And, you know, I can ask you why, and if you're willing to tell me, boom.
You nosy like your daddy. That is his favorite question. Why?
Hey, look, he hate when anybody
else asking why. Asking y'all them questions. I'm like, you the king of questions. Y'all, why nobody in?
Hey, I hate when people ask me why, but I'm gonna ask them why 30 times. But there's no explanation for it. That's just how it is. But yeah, so it's
Yeah.
You know what? I think that's a good note to exit out on.
It is.
You got any closing remarks or a quote? Let's do the quote of the day like we usually do, since this is podcast.
Quote of the day. I'm gonna say is, I much rather learn than to be taught. It's a big difference. I believe that learning means that I've opened up my mind to criticism. I've opened up my mind to what I don't know, and I accept that I don't know something, and I'm willing to ascertain it.
Yeah.
To be taught means I'm stubborn, I'm rejectful, and the lesson gonna come anyway. You know what I'm saying? I believe it comes much harder when you're being taught versus when you accept it and you're willing to learn and build off of it. So, quote of the day, God bless you.
Thank you.
Is I'd rather learn than to be taught.
All right. Well, that's how we're going to end it off.
All right.
Thank you for watching if you watched. Thank you for staying the whole time if you stayed the whole time, man. Where is it? I got to unlock the computer.
Love on somebody.
Yes.